Have you ever felt like life is an endless whirlwind, pressure from work, judgment from others, or worries about things beyond your control? We live in the 21st century, where everything seems to demand your attention. Social media, breaking news, and the silent expectations pressing in from all sides. But what if I told you that you can learn to let go, to stop caring about what doesn't matter, and reclaim the freedom of your soul? That's the gift of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that fits perfectly into our modern chaos. Today, we'll explore how Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus can teach you to live lighter, stronger, and truer to yourself. Imagine standing in the middle of a noisy crowd, people shouting, criticizing, demanding you do this or become that. Yet, you smile, step past them, and keep walking your own path. That's the power of not caring, not cold indifference, but a deliberate choice to focus on what truly counts. Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor of the 2nd century, wrote, "Others' opinions can't hurt you unless you let them." Think about it. How many times have you let a stranger's words or a meaningless comment ruin your day? Stoicism shows you how to tune out the noise, zero in on what's within your reach, and live unshaken by the trivial. Here's the inspiring truth. You don't need to be a saint to master this. Seneca, a brilliant mind of his time, faced exile and lost his status, yet he refused to let those things define him. He said, "Happiness doesn't come from everyone liking you. It comes from living by your values." You can start today. Ignore the prying eyes, skip the texts that don't deserve a reply, and let go of pointless worries. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? The answer will set you free. Picture a day in Epictetus's life, a man who rose from slavery to become a philosopher. One afternoon, his master berated him for breaking a jar. Epictetus didn't flare up or sulk. He simply thought, "It's a jar, it's broken, and I can't change that." He'd learned to let go of what he couldn't control, the harshness of others, petty accidents, or unfair circumstances. In our 21st century, you face broken jars every day, an annoying email from your boss, a negative post online, or a traffic jam. But you get to choose. Let them throw you off or step over them like Epictetus did. What makes his story unforgettable? It's how he turned powerlessness into freedom. He couldn't control his outer world, but he ruled his mind. You can too. Next time someone tries to shame you or a plan falls apart, tell yourself, "I don't have to care about this." Practice that, and life feels lighter. Not because the world changes, but because you change how you see it. That's Stoicism for the 21st century. Simple living, unshakable strength. Now imagine Marcus Aurelius in his palace, surrounded by flatterers and hidden enemies. He knew they whispered behind his back, but he didn't flinch. He wrote in his journal, "You don't need to turn and watch what others say or do. Keep your eyes on your own path." What does that mean today? It's not comparing yourself to curated photos online or letting others' judgments shake your worth. Think of the last time you worried about someone not liking you. Then realize your life doesn't hinge on their approval. You are enough, and Stoicism helps you believe it. Here's a moment to ponder. Not caring doesn't make you heartless or selfish. It's about guarding your energy for what's worthy, your family, your passions, yourself. Seneca practiced a daily exercise. He'd imagine losing what he loved, friends, home, even his reputation, to remind himself those things aren't everything. He called it living before dying. Try it today. Picture letting go of petty criticism or nagging fears. What happens? You'll feel freer than ever. So, how do you weave this into our busy, modern lives? First, learn to draw the line between what you can control and what you can't. The Stoics called this the boundary of freedom. If a coworker gripes about you, you can't change their mind, but you can change how you respond. Next time someone gets under your skin, take a deep breath and say, "This isn't my problem. Do that and you'll hold on to your peace. Then, embrace selective silence. In a world buzzing with noise, you don't have to jump into every argument or answer every opinion. Marcus Aurelius said, "Silence can be the strongest reply. Get a negative text or spot a pointless online debate? Skip it. You don't need to prove you're right. You just need to live right." Try it today. Pick a moment where you'd usually react, and this time, smile and move on. Finally, carve out time to reconnect with yourself. Seneca would sit alone each night, reflecting on his day, what he cared too much about, what he could release. You can do the same. Before bed, jot down 3 things you're done worrying about. A small mistake, a careless word, a vague fear. Let them go, and you'll wake up lighter, ready for tomorrow. Learning to let go is the art of 21st century living, a gift Stoicism hands you. It's not about stopping love or effort. It's about choosing to live for what matters. Start today. Release one small thing, a judgment, a worry, and unneeded pressure. You'll find life isn't just easier, it's more beautiful because you're living it your way.